And yes, I have started P4. I am in the middle of the golden. In the middle of the golden.
Beta means life.
How's that full party control?
Dude, if you didn't put that screen protector on, you might. Yeah, because I like the worst. In the answer, you feel it the hardest. Where. Hey!
You beat the answer?
I beat the answer.
You're sick!
Yeah!
Wasn't that not worth it?
Not a complete waste of time, but fuck, it got really disappointing really slowly.
Yeah, it did.
And then...
That's the worst. Slow disappointment.
And, like, Yukari just straight up turns into a huge bitch! And you're like, is she heel turning? And then you're like, maybe? And then it's like, no, she just really was being an ass. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Wow, you feel that fucking not controlling your party system thing so hard there. Because Metis is exactly like, Mitsuru and, hey!
Aaron fucking Aaron.
Heal me! And then what's the fucking, like
Marin
death?
Death is not a hunter unbeknownst to its prey.
Fucking game over, you're done. Because you can't tell them to heal you. Or you set it to, like, knock down, or you set it to heal, and it just goes, no, I'm not gonna listen to you.
I'm not gonna do that, exactly.
Fuck that!
That's what it's like, hanging out with your friends in a dungeon.
So... Yeah, P4G.
You look hurt.
You know, loving that.
I'm glad.
Here's a question I wanted to know.
Really beautiful. Just assets and music and everything.
So that's
overwhelmingly beautiful.
So that's what I wanted to ask you about, because I've known for a while that you once heard pieces of the P3 soundtrack like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And immediately went, this soundtrack. And when I told you that the P4 soundtrack is considerably more like rock, pop, jazz focused, you were like kind of disappointed like right off the bat that it wasn't like hip hop or electronic like P3. But so how do you feel about that now that you've immersed yourself?
I've gotten used to the P4A soundtrack, so I'm totally in there anyways. I know it. Really if anything, the other thing I'm a bit disappointed that like because I haven't gone through P4 original, I'm not hearing Battle Hymn.
Sure.
What's it called? The full name of the theme? The battle theme.
Reach Out to the Truth?
Yeah. I'm not hearing it as often because I guess
you'll hold out, you'll face out, you'll reach out to the truth of your life.
There you go. Because I guess P4G just mixes in the other songs more often.
Here's the deal. Reach Out to the Truth is a fantastic song. It is slightly too repetitive.
You kind of get a bit too used to it.
Okay.
Reach Out to the Truth had it had a weird shelf life where it's like hour 1 to 10, this is pretty good. Hour to 10 to 20, getting a little old. Hour 20 to 40, hour 40 to 100. Oh, this song is the best ever. So
hour 30 to 40, when you're fed up of it, you are singing along to the first words and you hate it.
Yeah.
So they decided, it's a little too poppy catchy. So then they have the new one, which is Time to Make History, which is it's a little blander, a little better as a basic battle theme. But it breaks. You hear Reach Out to the Truth when you get a sneak attack.
Oh, okay. Because I noticed I got it a couple times, but it wasn't consistent. Yeah. So that's cool.
And they also added a bunch of more boss themes in it. So,
nice. But I didn't.
There's also Marie, if you didn't notice.
Right.
There are just as many custom boss themes in that game as the regular boss theme is used.
Yeah.
Mass Destruction didn't wear out on me.
No, it didn't. Mass Destruction is a more consistent song than Reach Out to the Truth.
Yeah. No,
Mass Destruction
was.
It's like this is good, this is good, this is good, this is great. Mm-hmm. Whereas Reach Out to the Truth, Reach Out to the Truth, I feel like its job was to show how different it was.
Now, and the other thing too is I'm looking through the game like with a fine-tooth comb, trying to pick out what was an improvement for Golden, what wasn't.
There's too much, you'll never find it.
Sure.
Yeah. Because you're going from Fez, you're not even going from P3P.
Yeah, no. So the jumps are, like, you don't even have to walk anywhere if you don't want to. Just fucking press the square button. You know?
Yeah?
And just
press the square button.
Like, everything.
Okay, here's one that wasn't in P4. People now have little icons above their heads when they have quests.
Mm-hmm.
Which they did not have.
Okay, cool.
The biggest one that they didn't have in P4 is skill selection upon fusion.
Yes. Oh, once again, dude, screen protector. Like, oh my god.
I can just
that.
put Bufu, Garu, Dia, and
I can
Aggie
just
on it.
make whatever OP monster
I don't
want.
have to
Sure.
match circle X down X, circle X down X, looking for the right combination of fuck.
See, you're lucky. You got on the SMT bandwagon at the right time because now all games going forward are going to be like this.
Yeah.
Like people. People
Go play an old one
People
now.
who started the
Sure.
series went through like 20 years or less, depending when you started, of you don't get to choose your skills, and when that main character dies, go fuck yourself.
Game over.
So that's the main character thing still in P4, but in SMT4 onwards, they decided, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't die when the main character just takes a bad hammer skill to the face.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'm noticing is, man, that lower camera in dungeons and like enemy increased vision cone, it's way harder to sneak up on people.
Yeah, and also there's a lot more. It's a lot more straight corridors rather than like open
areas,
open rooms. Yeah. Like open the door. Oh, there's a chest.
Well,
But like I saw a gold thing, and I'm like, I can't sneak up on it.
No, you have to chase it.
It won't turn around.
You have to chase it, and it eventually will hit a wall and fall over.
Okay.
And then you get it.
Okay. Yeah. No. Good times. That intro, like
How far are you in there?
I'm in Yukiko's castle.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the hardest boss in the game.
Cool.
For the first boss is the hardest boss in that game.
I'd say arguably so.
All right. Yeah, no, I whatchamacallit, like, my girlfriend's eyes glazed over at that intro, because that's just...
It's so beautiful.
Oof.
And that, like, harmonica
everything.
or whatever at the beginning. Like,
colors.
That's the thing I hate the most about the Golden.
oh, yeah?
That new intro
Oh, yeah?
sucks compared to the old intro.
I
watched
like
the...
them
No,
both.
I watched the old intro, and I thought it was cool, but I'm a sucker for just graphic design.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I'm fucking gripping the screen and
That shit
sweating.
pops on that shit,
It's
too.
so bright and
Like,
vivid. It's beautiful.
I'm
The brightness at max?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
The only thing that I really, really enjoy about the new intro is the gigantic spoiler that they hid inside it.
Oh, okay.
Don't watch it too closely.
Don't watch it too
Well, now,
closely.
yeah, I guess
Yeah,
not.
you're a thing for that, because when we're playing Yakuza, you're like, don't look at this intro, it's awesome, but it's got spoilers everywhere.
Okay, in the Yakuza intro, like, Sega is putting it to the limit, where they show characters getting shot!
Dude, yeah. Spoilers makes Yakuza better.
Yeah, you're right.
Who cares? That's the kind of story where you
It
want
doesn't
that.
matter, the guy's just gonna come back, and bust through a coffin.
Well, you're like, because you go like, hey, so what game am I playing? And you see a shirtless guy glowing purple, and you're like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah, I really want like an update on that, like, and I don't even mean on the podcast. Like every time I talk to you, I want to know
Well, how's it going?
I want to know the following things. I want to know your game date,
Yeah.
because I've internalized the game's stupid dates at this point, and I want to know who you hanging out with, bro.
All right.
That's my favorite part of when people play these stupid games. Is the way you talk to them about it. It's like, so who you been spending your time with after school?
I know I'm going to get
Basketball club
overwhelmed,
guy?
though, because
You like balls?
I see gardening and fishing, and I'm like, fuck. Like, oh my god, there's too much shit
it
to
was
do.
like
I get to have a job.
It
too.
was like September before I started bug catching,
Ugh.
which
That's
you
too
didn't even
late.
know about.
That's too late.
No, I managed to do all of it.
Oh yeah.
I got
that
Hermit
seems
to
tight
10.
To me.
It was pretty tight.
And what I want to do too as well is just kind of I'm going to go back and like just see what the differences are when I load up original P4 just to know.
Sure,
because I
sure.
did that for P3P.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh wow, it's all touch screen.
Yeah, that
like,
was a technical
navigation
limitation.
now. You know, like I didn't realize the whole like game outside of Tartarus was gone.
There's an argument to be made that makes the game way, way better, because P3 didn't use its environments as well as P4 does.
But in
I
also like the ending is super like,
neutered.
Yeah, neutered. That's the
Because
word.
they took this amazing
really?
FMV anime
Changing
cutscene
text.
with the final animated cutscene,
Yeah.
and it's now text with like PS2 models doing the same action, and
Ouch.
it just looks like shit by comparison.
And you said the answers removed
the
entirely.
answer's removed entirely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Atlas decided that the answer sucks.
Okay.
I think when they made Golden in an interview, they said we don't want to cut anything. We want this to be the definitive P4 experience.
Okay.
As opposed, because they acknowledge that P3.
Now that game has 7 endings.
Yeah.
The-
So, are you now that you own this machine, now that you are having this machine,
now that
and
I own the
playing
machine.
P4,
Yeah.
are you on the Dancing All Night hype train?
Oh, yeah, well, or how about that fucking Persona Q hype train? Since
Which
it's
is
now
canon!
canon.
No!
But it's still
Right?
How
canon
can that
in
be
the
canon?
stupid non-canon.
Yeah, it's canon in a way that doesn't matter.
I just want to ask, you read the ending too?
PQ?
Yeah.
That's out now?
Oh,
What?
yeah.
No, because the guy who did the interview said, I can't tell you why it's canon because it's a spoiler.
But it's out in Japan.
Yeah.
I went and read the ending.
Right.
It's the same stupid thing that we thought it was going to be.
Oh, God. Is it? I don't know what the ending is, but what I always guessed it is that game takes place halfway between the other two in a time warp.
Think about it logically. For it to be canon, considering there is a time gap between them, and Minato Arisato is around. Or Yuki, whatever.
Makoto Yuki!
Minato Arisato is the official thing now.
And for P4 to never refer to it, there's only one way for it to be canon, and thus it may as well not be canon.
And so what's the point?
Right.
They just
Dancing All Night's still canon.
They just said that shit so that people like me would buy that goddamn first edition because you get the tarot cards. And that's the most disgusting thing ever. Ultimax comes with a set of 11 cards, and Persona Q comes with the remaining 10 cards to make the full set.
If you want to complete it.
And if you're in Japan, it's split 3 ways, with Dancing All Night being the third one.
I really wish that, because
grossest thing ever!
I called my character Yu.
Yeah.
And I really wish that they would just voice that shit because
it's just a simple word.
Yeah.
They're never going to do that. They are.
I realize,
but
even though it's now de facto canon, right?
Yeah.
It's super canon.
Kind of like a side tangent, but I had this moment in Freedom Wars because in the demo I named my character Dick Butt. And
and
it uses Vocaloid software to say your name, and I had forgotten that, so I was calling my character Dick Butt when they talked to him.
Pretty good. Pretty
so
good. Funny. It's kind of like the Tomodachi Life things of us
a little bit.
that are going around there.
Amazing. Every time I
singing
look at them, I always
songs.
laugh for some reason.
I like the Skullgirls song we did. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. Because when you get to these really awkward moments where the everyone's doing a big speech, and then Yosuke turns to the character and says, "And we're gonna be right behind you, leader." And you're like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Or in the answer where they just had to keep saying him.
Yeah.
It was so awkward. It's this conversation stopped flowing. Probably.
What was the name?
Anyway.
I will fix that.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
Yeah.
So Persona Q is canon. That is happening, and you know the reason why, I guess.
I don't like Etrian Odyssey.
It's the reason you thought it was.
Boo.
That thing was selling like nuts when I was in Japan.
Like crazy.
A lot of ads for it all over. People buying it up.
Didn't track down an issue of Persona Magazine.
No.
Well.
That was France only.
I feel like the SMT guys are just looking at Persona and just with this big look on their face.
The sales weren't significantly better than SMT4 anyway. They were it was the same trend, people are making a big deal of it, but no, it's the same exact trend for SMT games.
No, but it's Persona used to be the subtitle.
Oh, that's
yeah. No, totally. I'm trying to think of a parallel franchise.
I can't think of a single one in which the subtitle becomes the primary billing.
Rambo.
First
Blood. Well, dropped First Blood and started calling it Rambo.
Well, is there anyone
you got a point.
Is there anyone out there that's kind of like fuck this Modern Warfare bullshit?
Yeah, Modern Warfare.
I want the old Call of Duty back.
The developers of Infinity Ward, they stopped calling it Call of Duty. They started calling it Modern Warfare.
Well, that's.
But yeah, I have trouble thinking of a similar thing where it's just like
the spin-off is now just
eats it.
Yeah,
weird.
And despite the fact that it is it's not because it's not watered down, but it's way more I guess accessible. Yeah, yes. Students, high school fun times. Yeah. And whatnot versus just fucking
not outrageous, punishing difficulty,
death, darkness, and dismay, and all that other shit.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Still,
it's just so much more approachable and marketable too to that end. So
yeah, in Japan, people love it because for the same reason people love the Yakuza series because it's it's just like me. I can be that guy.
But
because the main characters all look like a random Japanese person.
But I think it also
with silver or blue hair
here too as well. It's just so much more marketable.
No, but that's the thing. Over here, it hits instead the opposite thing of this weird thing from over there.
But I enjoy knowing that Kuzunoha Raido is a badass and I get to be him.
Yeah.
You know, I like that a lot better.
Yeah, you and less people than the Persona franchise.
Yes. No, you're not.
I agree with you, though.
Well, you have a PS3, and Raido Kusunoha versus King Abaddon is coming out.
It
soon
is. I
enough.
noticed. That's why I said that.
Me and Liam will make a little chart for you.
King Abaddon or the Abaddon King?
King Abaddon.
King Abaddon.
Okay.
Me and Liam will make a little chart of what you got left to go. In the future.
I mean, look.
It's just a little chart.
Don't forget Devil Survivor.
No, forget Devil Survivor.
No, Devil Survivor's great.
Forget Devil Survivor.
You just can't beat it because you're a pansy ass.
No, I can't beat it because it's so fucking slow.
Well,
And how can he beat it?
Okay.
Because he's
So he has
young.
more patience.
He's more young.
Okay, alright.
Remember
Pat
though,
just falls
like
asleep.
I'm blowing through it, but I'm also on the clock.
Yeah.
For P4 Ultimax.
Yeah, I know.
And I have shit that I have no. Transistor and fucking Watch Dogs are unbooted on my console.
But continue.
Watch Dogs will remain
on Xbox
unbooted.
One?
No.
Is Transistor even on Xbox?
It's
No.
PS4
PC.
only.
Didn't.
No.
No.
Okay, well, fuck. But I thought.
You better hurry up because Atlas is getting real fast and loose about those spoiler trailers.
I know, and I need to get around to games that I haven't played yet before I fucking lose my mind.
No,
so
dive into the Atlas hole.
After I get...
No,
deep and
we
thick.
get the Woolie Hole version 2, and it's just like there's a little Jack Frost doll peeking out.
Yeah, that's what happens.
Jack Frost is the best.
I'm gonna probably get around to all other shit once I beat P4G.
The
Well, at
only
least
thing,
play Demi Kids. It's short.
oh fuck you. The only thing cooler
Yeah,
than
beat
Jack Frost is Black Frost.
Black Frost is cool.
Black Frost is the coolest.
So...
News?
Yeah. Who the fuck's gonna buy Capcom?
Me.
I really wish we could pool our money
My
together.
ass.
Fucking Keith
I don't know.
said I should.